Hello guys, the King Hog Godzilla 2001 here. Yes, I went through another name change again, even though the name has been with me for a while, for maybe about a week or two now. I still thought, hey, I might as well just mention that I changed my name because I haven't mentioned it yet. I always just say what the, just... Well, today I'm doing another figure review. I thought, for tradition, since I did it with... Well, I didn't do it... Well, I did it with my Godzilla 2004 figure when I got it in the mail. It's not at the same day, but it is around that time. And I really want to do a review on my Gamora 1966 repaint thing. But today we're going to do a review on another one of my favorite figures I have in my collection, Gyaos. Gyaos, this figure is freaking awesome. Oh, and you could call Gyaos whatever you want to say, like, you call it Gyaos, or Gyaos. I like to call it Gyaos since it sounds better in my mouth. But this figure overall is a pretty nice thing of work. Let's talk about detail and texture on it. The detail and texture on it is one of the best I've ever seen. Even better than some of the best Godzilla figures I have besides this guy. This guy really just pushes everything out of the park with detail. It really does do well with it, and even Godzilla 1954 has really good detail on it as well, and really good texture. But this figure does a pretty good job on it. I wouldn't say the texture is the best. It's kind of a soft vinyl, so when you put your yeah, you can feel it really well, but it isn't as the texture on it isn't as defined as like Godzilla 1954 and Godzilla 2014. The texture on those figures are really well defined, and when you like rub your finger on it, you feel all the bumps and curves. This one, you can see all the bumps and curves, but they're not really that defined. Like, yeah, they're not really that defined. But otherwise, the detail on this figure is great. Overall, I think it's one of the best detail figures I have. I really do like how the back looks, and also as well how the wings look as well. I think the wings, they did a really good job on the wings. Now let's head over to paint job. Paint job is another of a plus with this figure. The only problem I would say is maybe the face. It seems like it should have had maybe a little bit more, and I could be totally inaccurate because as you can see, I'm using Gamera Guardian of the Universe, my DVD copy of it in the background, which I also do have a Blu-ray copy of the film, but my DVD copy of Gamera Guardian of the Universe, since, well, I do have the DVD of it. I thought it would be cooler. I thought since Gyaos was like the main villain of the film, I thought maybe I could just pull out this, but Gyaos was also in Revenge of Iris as well, and it seems like this one's more accurate to the Revenge of Iris film than Gamera Guardian of the Universe. But I thought, like, screw it. People know a lot of kaiju fans know the design of Gyaos from Gamera Guardian of the Universe, and they do with Revenge of Iris, so might as well do that, just so people can recognize this character a little bit more. Paint job on this figure is well done. The wings are well done as well. I like how the wings look. I like how the red, and I like it how the gray looks good at the tip of the fin back here. As you can see, it looks really good. I like how they did the red highlights on the figure. I think it looks pretty good. I love how yellow the eyes are. Always love it when like the colors are bright and they just like pop out. They just pop out on you. Kind of like how they did Godzilla 2004 with when Bandai Japan did it. Now let's talk about articulation. Articulation, it only has 2 points of articulation, and those are the feet. The feet are the only things that can move. And the wings look like they do kind of have a flapping thing, kind of like with Rainbow Mothra. Rainbow Mothra has a certain type of flapping thing where you can easily make your wings go in and out. Like, yeah, they stay in place, but they're easily able to move up and down because of how the movement is in the wings. With Gyaos doesn't do that. Gyaos is just shut. The only way you could bend the wings is by moving around the vinyl. That's all you could do, and that doesn't even That doesn't even look that cool. And it looks like it can have articulation in the neck area. But it's like a glue seal and a really well done one. And plus, since this is a very soft vinyl, it's kind of hard to break the glue seal. And there's no line around the tail either. But otherwise, it's cool. Now, since this is a used figure, I am going to point out problems with my figure. One thing, one of its feet is kind of curved, as you can see on here. It's kind of curved. So when I get it to stand, I can't really get 2 feet flat on the ground. The one foot does kind of move a little bit in the air a little. And there are marks on the wings, as you can see on this wing. You can see it right there. There's marks on it. You can see it on this wing as well. Otherwise, and you can also see a little paint scrape and some marks at the fin on this one, as you can see. But otherwise, this figure is in good condition how I got it, and I really give respects to the owner of giving me a good condition Gyaos figure. Even though it is used and it didn't come with the tag, still I am really glad to get a good deal on this figure for $20, and it turns out to be one of my at least one of my favorite figures in my collection. And Godzilla 2004 will always still be my thing. So let's do size comparisons now. So this is be when we compare figures together. Now we're going to compare Gyaos with another Bandai Japan figure I have, Godzilla 2004. And you can see that Gyaos does stand shorter, which I think this is good sizing, even though in film Godzilla does stand way taller than Gyaos. But if this is all you can have, I think this goes well. Like if they brought Godzilla down to Gamera size, like Gamera was in Guardian of the Universe, I think this would have gone perfect. This is like a perfect scaling right here for figures. And plus, maybe if you might do a little romance and it's like, baby, I love you too. Oh, and I forgot to mention that before I head anywhere else with size comparison, because I'm gonna do one more figure. When you put Gyaos' feet back, you could kind of make it look like he's flying. It's not like the Rodan figure where you just do this, but since the Rodan's figure points his head more forward than Gyaos, he points his head more forward. That means Rodan's flying like this. He's flying with his the top of his head facing forward rather than his actual face looking forward. But how Gyaos actually looks like he is flying forward, which that's really cool. Or else in it, because in Guardian of the Universe, Gyaos was a it in the film because he was asexual. Now, one last size comparison with another Bandai Japan figure I have, Gamora, and why I think these guys are really relatable, because these are the only creatures I got from different series, from kaiju series besides Godzilla. Because I only have one Ultraman figure, which this is it. The only kaiju from the Ultraman series I have, and the only Gamera figure I have is Gyaos, which is kaiju from the Gamera franchise. So, yeah, I think these guys really relate to how they are. And to be honest, I got Gamora just for the heck of it, just because I thought it'd been kind of cool having something that's not Godzilla related. So I just threw it there. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's been Gyaos, and I highly recommend the movie Gamera Guardian of the Universe. It is a well done film. I wouldn't really recommend getting this version of the film because it does share a really good amount of quality. Gyaos just dipped over. It does share a good amount of quality on it, and it is a good enough. It is a good film to watch. It's a really good DVD. It's just there is a Blu-ray copy out there from Mill Creek, and so I am recommending the Mill Creek version in this one, because this one, of course, it's on DVD, and so get a Blu-ray copy of it. And plus, it's cheaper. This one's kind of out of print, so. And plus, I'm also going to recommend this one as well, just because Gyaos was also in this film as well in the Gamera franchise, Gamera Revenge Virus. Like I said, I do have a Blu-ray copy of it, of all 3 Heisei films, so I'm just here I might as well show them on DVD since I have an individual case for each one of them. So yeah, I highly recommend the films I just showed you and the figure itself, if you get the figure for a reasonable price. Maybe you get it fresh, new, or maybe you get it used. No matter what, I would highly recommend this figure. Pretty good. And thank you guys for watching. The King of Gojira 2001 here, and now he's out, and now he's gone. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe. So yeah, bye peeps.